Hey everybody, Mike Weiner here. This is NRG this week. It's July 31st, 2024. Leon will not be with me today. I will miss him, my partner here. Back from a Bermuda cruise. We had Lori Landon and Holly and Becky last week on the show, and Lori actually hosted it, did a great job. I do want to mention Friday, September 6th, 2024. It's coming up quick. We've got the NRG Fall Extravaganza. We're expecting between 200 to 300 people, keynote speaker, corporate sponsors. We got breakout sessions. It's going to be amazing. So reach out to me at 443-756-9656 for more information about that. You can also reach me at my email, Mike at networkreferralgroup.com, or go to the website. It's NRG.Online. So anyway, Dorcia Hart is our guest today. She is from the other coast. I'm on the East Coast. She's West Coast. I remember the first day I met Dorcia, and we made a great connection. She has joined NRG, and we're going to open it up now, bring Dorcia out, and we're going to chat with her a little bit about what she does. So, Dorcia, from one coast to the other, how's the weather out in LA? Maryland's another hot day, 91. You guys around 90 or a little bit hotter?
Well, we're doing pretty good today. We're in the 80s, low 80s. So we've been up in the high 87, but we don't have humidity. So it's
I got you.
not too
Yeah,
bad.
Maryland's full of humidity. We have a saying, Dorcia, in Maryland, if you don't like the weather, hang out for 5 minutes because it can be sunny. I tell you what, I was doing work the other night, and all of a sudden I heard a boom, big thunder. So weather
Mhm.
changes. So, Dorcia, tell us a little bit about what you do. I find it fascinating, and I know I shared this with you when my dad was alive. He was a pharmacist, and I know you're a retired pharmacist now, but take 2 3 minutes, talk a little bit about what you do because I love what you're doing, and you've got a really unique view on the whole health industry, and there's a lot of things going on out there. But take 2 3 minutes, talk a little bit about what you do and why you do it, and we're going to dig a little bit deeper into that here in a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Mike. Um,
Sure
I'm
thing.
I'm a retired pharmacist that doesn't believe in drugs, and so people laugh about that. But drugs have so many side effects. So I try to help people holistically through hydration, nutrition, and movement. So when I was working in the hospital, I could only, give them medication what the doctor prescribed, and I wasn't able to get people off. People are getting on 15 to 20 medications. So I tried to, do holistic work in the hospital, which really didn't work. But when I retired, I was able to meet people one on one and help them with their hydration issues. What are they eating? Are not eating enough fruits and vegetables, and exercise. So all three of those things are what I try to instill in people. It's an educational thing. You learn how to put the right things in your body so your body can heal yourself.
Awesome. And you know what? You're so correct. They put someone on a drug. It's got a side effect. Then you're on drug two. Oh, side effect. We're on drug three.
Yeah, another
It's
side
insane.
effect, and it just
It's
it just has a
insane.
domino effect. Just keeps going and going and
Yeah.
going. And you never get off the drugs.
So I just wrote down a word that you said that really struck a chord with me that I know our viewers are probably they want to hear about it, whether they're watching this now or they see it in the future. Hydration. Talk about hydration a little bit. If someone weighs 200 pounds, how much water, and you and I have talked, I know we've had a couple of conversations about BMI, but what is a good rule of thumb with hydration? Because I'm sitting here with my new Bermuda mug that my girlfriend bought, but how much should someone be drinking if they for their weight? I know there's kind of a rule of thumb. If you would share that, that would be very, very awesome.
Oh, yes. So, a lot of us really don't know we're dehydrated, and we drink a lot of different things that don't really quench your thirst, or they're not really actually hydrating you properly. And so, the rule of thumb is you should drink half your body weight in ounces. And that means for water, not, things mixed with water, sugar water, all that. So that doesn't really count. So if you drink half your body weight, so if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink 100 ounces of water. Okay. Now that might seem a lot, but your body, you're really 70% water or more, and you need to drink more than you eat. So if you sort of measure it out, drink like 3 glasses before each meal, you'll put like 9 glasses in there. And these are 9 8-ounce glasses of water. Okay. So it really
Gotcha.
to drink enough water, because if you don't drink enough water, the inflammation sets in, you get acid buildup, and then your body starts to have problems.
You know, it's interesting. You know, I just got back from the Bermuda cruise. Every meal, I would drink water up front to try and fill myself up. And I know last year, I forgot to weigh myself this time, but I know last year when I went on a cruise, I actually lost a pound. And you don't do that on a cruise. So I flushed it through.
Right.
Talk about BMI. You and I talked about BMI a couple of weeks ago, maybe been a month or so, but some people know what it is, some don't. But talk about your knowledge of BMI for us.
Okay, sure. So there's other calculations, that you can look at to besides just weight. You include your whole um, basal metabolic, self of information, and so you do this calculation. If you want the calculation, there is something online where you just put your age, your height, and weight in there, and it'll calculate out, what your BMI is. And it's important to look at that because it gives you the overall, more than just weight. It gives you an overall feeling of, what your body is about, and you can use that to see what you should be drinking. It measures a lot of more things than just your weight.
You know what? Oh, I'm gonna go back to the hydration. Dorothea, true or false? If you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. That's what I've been told. If you're very thirsty, you're probably already dehydrated. Is that a correct statement? Would you say?
Yes, because if you think of like the boy cried wolf, and
Yeah.
cried wolf so many times, people just ignore it. And same thing with your
Right.
body. If you're not drinking enough water, your body initially probably will say, "I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty," and people just ignore that. And so now your body tries something else. Okay, maybe I'll put the hunger thing in there. I'm hungry, 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 until people will just eat. And so you're eating, eating, eating. You're not really getting the water that you really need. Your body is trying to squeeze out all the water that's in your fruits and vegetables or anything else that you're drinking. And so it really makes it hard for your body to get hydrated because you're not putting the actual water into your body. And then that's where your body starts to have problems. If it can't eliminate the waste, it starts storing it. So then you start gaining weight. So if you're dehydrated, you can't lose weight. And so people don't understand that.
Good point.
So
Great
if
point.
you're
Great point.
hydrated,
That's
you
awesome.
can, yeah, right. You can't lose
So,
weight if you're
Dorsey, yeah, I was gonna say you and I have gotten to know each other through the NRG weekly meetings. When someone calls you, what are they getting with you? Talk a little bit about. I want to hear about your personality. I know what the answer is, but I want you to go a little bit deeper, deeper dive. When someone calls you, what kind of person are they getting? What kind of resources do you have? If someone wants to work with you, what is some of the benefits of working with Dorothea Hart?
okay. So I do an assessment. So when people call me and they need some help, I do an assessment to figure out, where are they lacking. So I have a website, Dr. Hart's Circle of Life, and so there's 3 circles in your life that you need to put together so that your body can heal itself. So there's the hydration, there's the nutrition, and there's movement. So we talk about those 3 things to find out where are you lacking. So most people are lacking in hydration. So we'll start with hydration, make sure that you can put enough good water in. And some waters are not good as other waters. So a lot of the water that's in the store is acid. And so water needs to be more alkaline. Water has antioxidants in it. And the water that I drink has hydrogen, more oxygen. So it gives the body a better way of hydrating itself. It's 80% more hydrating than regular bottled water. And then, we talk about, nutrition. What are you putting in your mouth? Are you adding the 8 to 10 vegetables that the Surgeon General is recommending. They used to recommend 4 to 6. Now they're recommending 8 to 10. Why is that? They're realizing that we're not getting any fruits and vegetables in. We're just eating hamburgers and French fries. We need to have a more balanced diet, more fruits and vegetables. And so what I tell people is eat the fruits and vegetables first. Okay. Besides the water first, eat the fruits and vegetables first. Then you won't have to eat all the other stuff. It'll just be a minimum amount. And then the last thing is exercise. You need to have movement every day. You need to get at least 30 minutes. We have 24 hours in a day. Can't you find 30 minutes to just walk or do jumping jacks or, something, swimming, anything that moves your whole body? Your body is made up of 2 fluids. Your blood is pumped by your heart. So there's no problem there unless you have, heart's not working properly. And it can get into trouble if you have, diabetes and your blood gets thicker and your heart has to pump harder. So you want to keep your blood pressure under control. So,
Right.
So the exercise, the second one is the lymphatic system, which actually cleans your blood. And it won't get cleaned unless you walk or unless you move. There's no pump for that. So if you don't move, your body's just going to be stagnant and your body just starts storing it everywhere. And you wonder, why are you gaining weight? You're not eating enough. You're starving yourself and you're still not losing weight because your body won't let you lose weight if you're dehydrated and if you're starving yourself. So your body is really smart. So you can't trick it. It knows what it needs. So you might as well get on board and understand what it's all about.
And you're right. I mean, you got to be able to find 30 minutes. If I'm running 36 Zooms a week and I still find time to treadmill or walk or exercise or weights or any combination. So we're going to have one more question for you, then we're going to take a commercial break. I believe you came to me through Ann Mackey and NRG. A lot of folks don't even know what a networking group is, and you've come out, you've done a great job participating. So if you'd share kind of your testimonial about the culture of NRG and maybe some of the benefits you've received from it, Dorcia, we'll go with that question. Then we'll take a commercial break and we're going to continue to do a deep dive with you so people get to know you. But talk a little bit about NRG and maybe a benefit or two that you've seen for yourself personally working with me and Lori and everybody in NRG.
Okay, thank you. So networking with NRG is a little different than other, platforms. But the people there are really helpful. They really want to give you some leads and people that you can talk to. And they're truly interested in what you're doing. And so that's what I found out about the group, that they're intrigued, they're very nice people. They want to, network with you and they want to find out more about you so that they can help find leads for you. If they're not interested in your business, they find other leads. I mean, when the first day I got in there, Mike sent me like 15 or 20 names that I, to follow up with. So I was like, you're overwhelmed at first, but you got to follow up. You got to follow up with the people, and you meet a lot of interesting people. Different things that they're doing. They find out what I do, and it's a really nice mesh, of people, different backgrounds and information. So it's really helpful to get into NRG and meet the people. Dive in and get all these contacts. You can't get these contacts anywhere else. People are just handing you every time you go to a meeting. The meeting once a week, and you meet people as you go, and you fill up your list. So it's important to get in a group that actually wants to give you leads, and get interested in what they're doing, which is really what I found very helpful.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Dorsey. And you bring up a great point. Follow up, because there's something I learned years ago. The fortune is in the follow up, and most
Right.
people don't follow up, and you've got to do that. So
Right.
it's been great talking with you. We're going to take a commercial break right now, and then we'll be back with Dorcia after this commercial break. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Renting is everything. It's style at your doorstep, off the runway and into your closet. It's every trend you've been dying to try, and every designer you've yet to discover. It's wearing it your way every time and making it count everywhere you go. It's never worrying about what to wear because something new is always coming your way. That's why renting is everything. New styles, top designers, all for a flat monthly fee. Start your subscription at renttherunway.com.
Slow roasted over hickory fire and pulled by hand. This is the way pit pork has always been done. Pulled pork lovers, rejoice. The smoky old days are back at the Smoke Shack. From the creative team that brought you the Browning Project and Dead by Morning comes a new thriller that will change the way you look at white-collar crime forever. Falling from the Sky.
Water. It's everywhere. We drink it, we bathe with it, we cook with it. Coffee's made with water. Toilets won't flush without it. It's used for washing clothes, dishes, utensils, pots, pans, floors, and our teeth. Plants and crops need water, animals drink it, and fish need it too. And don't forget, we can have a lot of fun in the water. Water. What would we do without it?
Hey, Mike Weiner back, NRG this week. We are having a great time with Dorcia Hart. We're going to bring Dorcia back out, and we've got a couple of more questions for her.
Okay.
Hey, Dorcia. It was
Hey,
kind of cool. One of the commercials was about water.
it
So
was. I was
you know,
excited about it.
so that was good. That was great. That worked out well. So I would like you to share, and you don't have to mention their name, but maybe a testimonial, someone you've worked with. What have you been able to help them do? Whether it was lose weight, take the A1C with diabetes lower. Give us one of your best testimonials. I want to have you shine right now. So give us maybe one of your best testimonials that you helped. Someone came to you, they had a problem. What was the problem? What did you do, and how did you help them improve their health? Because that's really what you're doing in so many different ways, and I applaud you for that because we're in a world where they just throw food and sugar and carbs and all the
Right.
commercials and Tony the Tiger and all that stuff. So, what's a good testimonial for you, Dorsey, of someone you helped out?
Well, the best testimonial are people that have high sugar. Okay. And so that's one of the things that we're having a problem with in our country because we eat so much sugar and it's hard and it's addicting. Um, but I help people by reducing their sugar in their bloodstream by just hydrating them. If you hydrate, then your blood volume is more, and so the sugar levels are less. So when you take your blood sugar, you'll see that it goes down because you're just dehydrated. So if you drink enough water, if you drink half your body weight in ounces, or if you're really overweight, we can look at your BMI and calculate your lean body weight. But you just need to drink water and special water, water that has, more hydrogen and oxygen in it, which, if you look me up, we can dive into more of that information. But just drinking the water can decrease your A1C. I mean, even I had a higher A1C, and when I drank the water, it lowered my A1C to 5.2. Now that's way below the average, where you're borderline, when your doctor's trying to put you on medication. And I've helped people get off insulin, help them get off of diabetic medication. And it's all because they change what they put in their mouth. And so when your concentration of your blood is not so thick, and you can take blood levels that make the concentration less, then of course, your blood sugar is less, and your doctor has to look at that. And when your body improves, then your doctor will take you off medication. I don't never tell anyone to stop taking medication. You need to do exactly what your doctor says. But if your body improves on its own, then they have to take you off the medication. So that's what I do. I help people get off prescription meds by hydrating them, by making sure they eat enough fruits and vegetables and the exercise. And then your body is able to heal itself. Your body heals itself every single day by making new cells into your body every single day. Not every cell every day, but it's working on rebuilding cells every single day. So what if you put better food in there, better water in there? Then your body is using better tools to make better cells. But if you keep putting in the junk, it makes junk cells. So think about it.
You keep going through the fast food. Yeah, the burgers, fries, all that stuff. So I'm gonna one more question. You mentioned vegetables, and I did not eat a lot of those growing up. When I think of good vegetables, I think of broccoli. That's kind of my staple item. What would you say? And we're going to wrap up with this question here. And I encourage people reach out to Dorcia. She's a wealth of information. She delivers it in a really positive way. I love the way you do everything, Dorcia. But what would you say are some of the top vegetables outside of broccoli? We know broccoli. I actually like the taste of it. Kids usually don't. As you grow up,
Right.
sometimes you kind of get to like it. But what would you say are maybe the top 3 to 5 vegetables that people should be eating on a regular basis?
Well, the best vegetables to get are the leafy green vegetables. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's, like spinach, kale, although, there's a lot of things about kale now, but, it might be a little harsh to your stomach. But leafy green vegetables, any vegetables that have a bright color. Okay. So if you look at bright colors, carrots, beets, things that are bright colored vegetables, you get a lot of more fruit, vitamins and minerals out of them, you know. And I know sometimes in the store, there might be pesticides on them and stuff. And there's all other alternatives. You can grow things in your backyard. You can grow them in your refrigerator. You can grow them in your kitchen. So I give people alternatives to doing that. And sometimes things are so expensive in the stores. So maybe it might make sense to grow it at home. So yeah, any type of bright colored vegetable is the best thing to eat.
It's funny you said spinach. I love spinach, and it's like Popeye the Sailor Man. When I eat
Right.
spinach, or see, I don't know about you, but I get so much energy. I'm a high energy guy to begin with. You give me spinach, I need to put that in my
Yeah, put that on
NutriBullet.
your list. Put that on your list.
Yeah, I know, and yeah, we've been eating a lot of spinach here. So,
I mean,
um,
there's asparagus. I mean, there's a lot of other things. Try to get a variety of things. Then there's Brussels sprouts. No one loves Brussels sprouts, but if you cook it the
yeah.
way you can cook it different ways, and it'll taste really good. I didn't like Brussels
What do you
sprouts.
what do you want for Christmas this year under the Christmas tree? Nobody's saying Brussels sprouts, right?
No, but now we're into roasted vegetables. And so if you roast the Brussels sprouts,
Wow.
they taste a lot better than the normal way we used to cook them. And try to do fresh. And then the second best is frozen. But canned, try to get away from canned. Try to do
Yeah,
fresh or
I've heard
frozen,
that.
fresh or frozen. And then you get the best vitamins and minerals.
So, Jersey, I'm going to have you. I just thought of one more thing. I know you've talked a lot about hydration. What's one tip outside of hydration? Drink a lot of water, and we're going to wrap up with this that people can do today. What would you say is one other tip that you can give beside hydration, drink a lot of water, drinking half of your body? What would be one final tip that you would recommend? And we'll wrap up with that
Well,
as
the
I
best.
drink some more water right now.
Oh, okay, good for you. The best thing I can tell you is to stop drinking soda. Okay. Soda will kill everything, you know. I mean, soda is good for other things like cleaning your tires on your car, cleaning your battery. So soda is about the best thing. It's very acidic. It has lots of sugar. It can help a multitude of people with different types of problems. So diabetics, definitely don't drink the soda. If you're trying to lose weight, don't drink the soda. And just because it has diet soda, that's just as bad. So, if you contact me, I'll tell you what's wrong with the diet soda and what they put in that. But soda, period, just take that out and you'll be a whole lot better. You'll feel so much better.
I heard they use soda to clean railroad tracks. Have you heard that too? Yeah, I've heard that.
No, I
Railroad
haven't
tracks.
heard that.
So what you were talking about, yeah. So anyway, we're going to wrap up. Dorsey, it's been a pleasure having you here. I will see you probably West Coast Twilight later. We do have Twilight groups. So Dorsey, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Okay, thank you
This
for having me.
No, my pleasure. So NRG this week, we do it every Wednesday from 3 to 3:30 live. Definitely reach out to me as far as the extravaganza. Again, my cell number is 443-756-9656. September 6th, 1 to 4 Eastern. It's going to be on my Zoom, 367-333-9689. Jay has got everything right there. He's amazing. Leon, we missed you this week. I look forward to having you next week. And by the way, Leon Thomas does this racquetball revival. He works with all kinds of ages from, I think, 9 to 70. I think he's got like 70 people now, not that old, 8 to 19, but he's got about 71 people, kids that he's working with. Leon's doing amazing work, and we've been friends for over 25 years. I know he likes to say a minute, but it translates to 2 decades. So this concludes another episode of NRG This Week. I am Mike Weiner, the CEO. Have a great week. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you very much for coming. And Dorcia, it was great having you here. So we will see you next week. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Have a great week. Thank you.